happened. I have no idea what sharp peaches. Probably need this to look better, not worse. Well, it's finally happened. I'm in my office and it's time to start decluttering. I don't know that I'm so excited about this video. I really don't. There are things in here that I truly don't even want to deal with at all. There's my messes, there's other people's messes. It's overwhelming. But they always say to start small, so that's just what we're going to do. But anyway, I'm going to start out in my drawers that I have over here. And before I get too involved in this video, I am going to grab my cell phone real quick and take a quick overview of the room so that at the beginning of the video you can see what I'm dealing with. Okay, we are going to start somewhere super simple, and that is in here. I do not need any of this. I gotta find my trash bag. Here it is. So this video may get cut up into a couple of days because truthfully that goes through all my sharp vacuums. Word 4, 7. I have no idea which sharp this goes to. I don't think it's one that I have anymore. I actually gave a lot of my sharp vacuums away. That does not go here. Do not need. Also do not need. Those are parts to a current vacuum I have. That goes to nothing. This also goes to nothing. Missing earring. That does not go here. So. There's one drawer down. And a million more to go. My to-do list, which never gets used. Nothing. These are all keeps. Most of them were just recently bought, except I need to really start using these. Also trash. Expired 6:30. Really good. Been looking for that. Two down. These actually go up top. Those are also wax melts. I'm finding that the candle making is not for me. That does not go here. I don't need that. Don't need. Also don't need. Those are Wi-Fi. Don't need the bag. Nothing else in here except my ink for my printers, which need to be set back up. thought well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep that, I guess. Good. Never ever buy this kind of candle dye. It stinks. Legitimately some of the worst stuff I've ever bought. So that whole thing has been decluttered, and really nothing worth giving away. One thing I am going to do right now is, for one, I'm getting this blanket out of here. The dog has been laying on it, doesn't go in here. And this bag of games, like I said, got thrown in here, needs to go. Now, to be fair and honest, things that need to go in another part of the house, I am going to put on the couch so that right after I'm done decluttering, I can put them where they need to go. This drawer is supposed to be nothing but scissors and cutting devices, not glue, not a tape measure. Now, my sharpeners are fine in here. I do keep my washi tape in here because if I put it in another drawer, Little Miss will think that it's okay to use it, and it's not. I used to have way more scissors than this. I think they decluttered themselves. Makeup. Spray. Washi tape. And trash. For the most part, what goes in there is in there. These have a bunch of pictures on them. Unfortunately, my computer doesn't have a disk drive reader, but I'm going to keep them anyway. I'm actually going to put my tape dispenser in here. It's too welcoming to anybody who wants to use it, and I end up with no tape when I need it. My other glue gun, which I'll be honest, I cannot remember if this one works or not. I'll have to try it at some point. More tape. More trash. Okay. Down here is nothing but cords, but the light bulbs can go in there. And I have another cord here. These are clay tools. So I did find one somewhere. I thought I did. Clearly I dropped it. But these go in my bin that's labeled crafting tools or tools or whatever, which is where these all, and there it is, right there. I knew I wasn't losing my mind. And under tools, there's more tape. There's drawing paper. There's markers. And there's loose things that should not be used because they're very pokey. That is not a tool. Sorry. I do keep these in here just so they're easier to find. Even though I do have a place where clay stuff goes, I still prefer them to be right here. Found another pair of scissors. And that drawer is absolutely fine. Those are beads, there's tape, there's a hole punch. Everything else is fine. I have been working on this. My daughter-in-law gave it to me for Mother's Day, and it is a felt punch, like almost like embroidery. And I've been slowly working through it. I had to wait for felting needles to come because I broke the felting needle within the first day that I tried it. So my washi tape doesn't go there. Rings for keychains. Can go back in here. And there's my felting needle. This drawer really, in all reality, don't have a real purpose other than the fact that it should not be harboring garbage. And I don't need a hole punch in there. The problem with this room is I myself have a hard time finding anything. And I think once I declutter some of it, I can come up with some better organized solutions. My washi tape I'm going to put back in the drawer where I was keeping it. And unfortunately, we are dealing with a very small room, so my recording ability in here isn't that great. These are nothing but paintbrushes and acrylic paint markers, which I just got these. They can be put in here as well. I'm not going to keep the packaging. When I work with these, I sit right here, so they don't need to be in a package. And you ask why I need more. I probably really don't. But when you're using these for a project, I find that they do empty out really quick. So, and I really love pens and markers. These are my watercolor paints, palette, paintbrush. And the only reason that the brushes aren't living in here is some of them, for whatever reason, do not fit. Colored pencils. I am going to put my metallic pens in here. Tools again. The beads. Random drawer. More beads, findings, and tools, which that really looks like it was sorted before. Just my bead palette. And I don't know if anybody's interested or not, but these are some of my recent play around paintings I've done. There's a watercolor. It's supposed to be the beach and the crashing waves and a shoreline. Loose watercolor poppies. Roses, which did not really come out. A sunflower. peaches, more flowers, and more flowers, and more flowers. See a trend? And a few more. Bird. A sheep with a tree. And for the life of me, I just forgot what those are called. Dragonflies. More poppies, which is my favorite one. And I don't know why I kept these. I'm not real happy with it, but I do like the colors, so that's why I kept it. And a piece of vinyl that really don't go in there. So that's my show and tell for the day. My yarn collection and the start of an Afghan that I'll probably be making until I'm 90. I don't think there's anything in here but yarn. I don't know. Yeah, that's all there is. Just my yarn and the squares that I'm working on, which should honestly be put somewhere in the living room so when I'm sitting on the couch I can work on it. This is no good. Also no good. No good. The start to some wind chimes I was making. Which should probably be put in a safer place because they're actually a gift. Oh shoot. I don't want to throw that away. That goes to another one I'm making. I gotta make a new leaf for it because I was painting it, holding it in my hand, and crushed it. This goes in my toolbox. A big bin full of stuff. These are for my watches are not. Those are for I don't need this anymore. It's an old version. And I'm not even really sure it would work on anybody's computer anymore. Hooks don't need to be here. Popsicle sticks. This is a lot of random stuff. And I think that's why this stuff was put in here, because it's very much random. And see, this is where I sometimes get stuck, because there are some places in here that no longer have a place to go, because before, when this was my office, I actually had a big chest of dresser drawers in here which held a lot of this stuff and hid it away, that if they were kept organized I could find what I needed. But like ribbon, when I was making hair bows a lot, I used it, a lot of it, but now I'm kind of stuck with ribbon that I will use eventually, but it's just not something I'm doing right now. I may do it more towards Christmas time for like doing a Christmas fair type of thing to sell things or something, but I don't want to throw it away because anybody that buys ribbon knows it is expensive. And if I turn around and need it again, I'm going to be ticked off that I let it go. And I will be needing it again because I am going to get back into ribbon making. So I'm going to hold on to these, and I have more upstairs, but it's put away because it's not something I use all the time. These are ones that I'd be more likely to use. But this is the kind of stuff that bothers me. This was in behind it. Okay, come here. Come here, Pook. Is it bad that I don't know what's in certain packages? Oh, nail brushes. I don't know why they're in here. These boxes down here are all doll houses or rooms of doll houses you can build out. I thought I was going to be really into that. But once I got looking at them and the parts inside, it scares me. It really scares me. I don't even know. Can go in the trash. Those can go out here along with this. This is trash. Also trash. That is empty. It needs to be washed. These go elsewhere. These are garbage. They're hardly sunglasses. Elsewhere. These are my husband's. This should probably be hanging up. I thought it was cute when I bought it. This is a photo that was black and white, and it's of Greg's mom. And she died when he was a younger boy, and all he had was a black and white photo of her. So I redid the photo on an app that I have on my computer, the best that I could, and I subliminated it onto canvas for him. But yeah, that should be hanging up too, in all honesty. I don't know why it's not. This box is right full of embroidery thread. I have an embroidery machine. So this, I'm actually just going to slide in here. I don't care too much about how neat it looks as long as everything has a place and it's not falling all over the floor. And it's not over the top of my shelf. Grab this, put it here in the living room. It looks decent. I have been looking for these. I am trying to get this to look better, not worse. This definitely needs to be picked up. The dog knocked it over the other day. I should actually try it and see if it works. My popcorn maker had to be moved, and now it requires to have an extension cord to be run. More fabric. Bella's no longer interested. This sewing machine is going to be given away. More things that go elsewhere. Working over here just to move a few little things around. Sewing machine. Certainly don't go on the floor. jewelry that goes upstairs. Actually, I'm going to bring this back down. I was going to take this curtain down, but I think it actually looks better closed. More cloth. Camera bag. This belongs to Bella. It's her play. More washi tape. I'm gonna put this with my jewelry making stuff, even though it's not quite jewelry. That can go in with my electronic stuff. Also elsewhere, and I need to turn you guys around. Elsewhere, this goes in with my camera stuff, sewing stuff, and more for electronics. And this I'm going to let go of. This stuff is all going to the trash. Paper, I'm going to put over here. You guys cannot really see. Let's tackle over here, if I can just stay in one spot. No cards I do use. I'm going to take them out of the packaging. Hopefully, they can look right in here, and they can. The washi tape doesn't need to be in there. Stuff all needs to go in my bag to go other places in the house. And a little bit of trash. I'm also going to put these somewhere else. I think I'm going to put them up in my safe because they contain a lot of family photos. So I'm going to put them in my safe to keep them safe. The cord goes with the electrical stuff. More tape. More jewelry, more sewing stuff, and a binding clip my husband needed the other day. Now, here's a problem. I'm gonna have you guys just look over my shoulder. It's a problem because this is all filled with pens. These are all dry erase markers. It's number one, take this fly swat. I am going to eventually find a better bin for this. But it's better than it being on the floor. And this right here, if you can see it, it's 25 pounds of air dry clay. Oh boy, I was very heavy into it. I should say it's 20 pounds of air dry clay because I actually used 5 pounds of it. It's all sealed and it's pretty indefinitely good, so. That's trash. For those of you wondering what this is, it is not a tablet like you would think. It's a Wacom tablet. It's for drawing, and you can actually see what you're drawing on the tablet, and it transfers up onto the computer screen as well. I paid a lot of money for it, and it's getting smashed into the drawer, so I don't need that. I have a lot of hobbies. These can go elsewhere. This needs to be finished. It belongs to the same daughter-in-law for my grandson's car seat. Tons of pens. So I need to wipe some stuff down and sweep or vacuum this floor and mop this floor for sure. And I think I'm gonna call it a day with it, because it's really hot in here, and I think my biggest accomplishment was finding what needed to be thrown away for sure, and things that absolutely did not go in this room, and being able to see the floor again, because there was stuff everywhere you couldn't even walk. But as far as like decluttering it down so much there's nothing in here, while it is a small space, it's kind of a space that I treasure, and the things in it are specifically mine, and I get enjoyment out of them, even if it's not an all the time kind of thing. And to just hand them away for me isn't an easy thing, but I do know that instead of buying more, what I have needs to be used. I need to find joy in what I already have instead of finding joy in purchasing more things, because buying more is certainly not going to help. But I have a lot of stuff here that I can make things for people, or make and sell online, or fill in a rainy or wintry day. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like I have accomplished something. I've got a full bag of trash. I've got the games out of here. I've got a full bag that needs to be put elsewhere in the house. And I've got my older sewing machine, which I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm on board for giving it away, but my husband would actually like to see me keep it in case my good machine has to go out for service. So I don't know. That could be a thing too if I'm in the middle of a project and need my other machine. But everything else in here, there's another shelf over here that I had gone through that, and everything there I'm keeping. So it seems like a lot of keeps, but it's also a lot of hard-earned money that I'm not willing to just hand away. And I think that's the way a lot of people are when it comes to their stuff. There's certain things that are easy to go through, like the kitchen for me, not a problem. But coming in here, my anxiety is so high from doing this room, because I know that there's a lot of stuff in it, but I also know at the same time that I find my peace and joy in here. I can essentially just come in here and zone everybody out, but I don't think it's terrible. I'm gonna pan through it again so you can see the end result. It's not a huge difference, but it's certainly not as messy as it was. It got cleaned up, it got decluttered, some things got put back where they go. For the most part, I know where they are now. And yeah, so do you have a big room to declutter that is hard for you to go through? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for decluttering with me. Thank you for putting up with me. And most of all, happy cleaning. Have a wonderful day. And wherever you are, I hope you're finding joy. Have a great day.